The Bittersweet Pill is the story of engaging love between Tony and Amaka. It's about love, deception, rejection, redemption, and second chances. When a man deeply loved rejected the pregnancy of his partner, believing that he's sterile, he sent her out of the house. Their world falls apart until fate reveals the truth. It's a must-watch emotional drama about the truth, about the forgiveness, about the power of love, and about heartbreak. Here is Amaka, the first daughter of her parents. She lives with her mother and her two siblings, both of them girls. Amaka was 9 years old when their father, who was looking for a son, left the three of them with her mother. Her mother gave birth to three of them with CS, and she was not ready to risk her life for a fourth child, believing and hoping to be a boy. Thus, the man left, and she coped well with them. And her mother happens to be a civil servant working at the Lagos State Secretariat at Alausa, and they live at Abule-Egba area of Lagos. And their life had been very peaceful. The children progressed beautifully. Amaka graduated with a good degree in mass communication, and she works at a broadcast station on the island in Lagos. Thus, she blesses people and her listeners with her angelic voice and her good character, which she demonstrates in every one of her presentations and interactions, especially when they're having interviews for personnel in the station. One beautiful day, Tony was at the station to transact some business. His path crossed that of Amaka within the premises, and the chemistry was very strong. After initial introduction and discussion, they exchanged contact, and that's how their relationship started. It was like what is generally called love at first sight, and their relationship blossomed after that first meeting. They grew together, loving and cherishing one another, planning together how to have a glorious future. After some months, about 4 months precisely, Tony proposed a suggestion to Amaka that because of the traffic challenge, why couldn't she come and live with him at his apartment in Surulere? He has a 3-bedroom apartment there. Amaka shared the idea with her mom, and her mom was not very much in acceptance. Said, if we so much love you and care for you, you have been coping with the traffic, why not wait some more until, if he love you, let him propose to you and let the marriage be done. After that, then you go and live with him. Amaka put pressure on her mom telling her mom, you know, this will ease a lot of things. It will make my work a lot easier. And well, her mom agreed reluctantly, and thus Amaka moved in with Tony in Surulere to make her movement to and from the office relatively easier. Tony made a car available for Amaka. One fateful day, Amaka gave some of her colleagues a ride to Barracks bus stop in Surulere. And she said she gave some of her colleagues a ride to Surulere. Tony was very furious, saying those ladies, so-called colleagues, they are loose. He called them names. You should not associate anymore with them. They will corrupt you. They influence you negatively. They will, well, to avoid conflict, Amaka considered, but made him to know that those are friends, are well-behaved, decent, focused, positively oriented ladies. And two of them are already engaged to their spouses. About 2 months after this, Amaka was not feeling too fine. Tony asked her to go for medical checkup at their staff clinic or the hospital he uses in Surulere. Randu Hospital was also close to their home. Say one of your off days, why don't you go to Randu Hospital for checkup? So Amaka used the staff clinic for the test, and the result came out, and the doctor informed her that she is pregnant. What? She smiled. She first sat to say, pregnant. She was happy, thrilled. In the evening, she made very sumptuous dinner. After they finished eating, she informed Tony, Tony, I have good news for you. Tony asked, what is the doctor's report? What is all the tests you did? So I have good news for you. What's the good news? She said, you will soon be a daddy. That what? What did he just say? He said, you soon be a daddy, we will soon be parents. I'm pregnant. You are pregnant. What? Preg? Where do you see that thing in your tummy? You have been messing around with those girls. I warned you, I advised you, don't move with those girls again. Before, now, let me burst your bubble. Some months back, I got a report from my doctor that I am sterile. I cannot father a child. Did you hear me? So I don't know where you got that thing in your tummy from. So you have been messing around, you've been unfaithful. Get out of this house and pack everything that belongs to you to the last pin. I'll go out now, I'll come back tomorrow. And drop the key where we normally drop it. He left the house. Thus, Amaka packed her bag and left the house. Where could she go? She should go to any of her friends living in Surulere. There's one of her colleagues living in Surulere. or go back to her mom in Abulegba area of Lagos. She made the choice to go back to her mom's house. But before that, she called her mom to intimate her mom about the situation, the development. Her mom had mixed feeling. Number one, she's happy that her girl is pregnant. She's not happy that she got pregnant out of wedlock because they have not done the family rites, the engagement, the family introduction, talk less of the wedding. And she's now pregnant. What example is she laying for her two junior sisters? And now, the man responsible for the pregnancy rejects it. Who will believe our story? What was the proof that the girl, Amaka, had not been playing around, had not been loose? Because that is the general outlook people have about broadcasters. Our whole family gave her all the support they can. Her mother and her two sisters, they know their sister. She was never loose. Tony was the one that deflowered her. They know she wasn't the party type. She didn't have so many friends apart from her colleagues in the office. So they know Tony must be responsible for the pregnancy. But what can they do? They accepted her, encouraged her. At the time, Amaka thought of removing the pregnancy. But she has a friend called Tutu in her office, a close friend, a confidant, that encouraged her. Don't worry, Amaka. You are one of the best women on this earth, one of the best ladies. Don't allow anybody to mess up your life for you. It's a bitter pill that you may have to swallow. Take it and let your life continue. Don't let it mar your joy and your peace. Our colleagues and friends in the office all rallied around her as the pregnancy became evident, and they saw that the car she had been using was no more available. And they saw her countenance had changed. She became more sober, more morose. The joyful, ebullient lady is now a very sober, gloomy Amaka. Meanwhile, over the weeks, Tony had not been pleased with himself. He was becoming a shadow of himself because he knew and suspected that something must be wrong somewhere. The Amaka that he sent away happened to be one of the most decent, nicest human being he ever came across. Very respectful, humble, and a good encourager, a good motivator in every aspect of being. She has been like an angel to him. After work, she wasn't the type that just go about everywhere. Even on weekends, she's at home, keeping the home, keeping him company, doing everything to make him happy, encouraging with his work. The tears of Amaka, her plea, her words, Tony, you are the father. I have no other man. Before you, I had no other man. You are the first man in my life, and since that, I have not had anything with any other man. What's this thing you are saying? All those words, the play, the tears, the pain that was etched on her face then, everything was captured in his consciousness and in his subconsciousness. He became visibly disturbed, which even affected his work. One fateful evening, he received a call from his doctor. Say, Tony, please let me see you tomorrow in my office. There's a new development about your test. Make sure you see me. The following day, Tony went to visit the doctor. And the doctor told him, Tony, I'm sorry. There seems to have been some mix-up with your initial test. You are not sterile after all. You can father a child. We shall do one or two other tests to confirm this. Please be sorry once again. On behalf of my establishment, we're sorry for whatever pain. That's when Tony opened up to the doctor that his fiancée that planned to marry was pregnant, and these are the things he did. The doctor said, well, you did what? You should have consulted me. Tony was shocked, was in tears, was in pain. His heart was in turmoil. So what had he done? What did he do? What was all this? He was angry, happy, sad. All the emotions were just playing around in his body, in his brain, in his mind. Happy that actually he can father a child. He's not a sterile being. He's not a sterile man. Happy that the love of his life is carrying his baby. But sad because of the mix-up, because of his rest, because of attitude. He should have given her that opportunity, that circumstantial concern, and listen to her and consider, give her benefit of the doubt. But he didn't do any of that. He shouted her, call her names, and set out in the night to be going to Abulegba from Surulere. He was weak. Thank God he went with his friend. So it was his friend that drove him back. He couldn't go back to the office, he went home. And he was just thinking, what can I do now? What can I do now? Will she ever forgive me? Will she ever accept me? What will the mother say? He was. It took courage. The following morning, around the lunch time, he went to Amaka's office because he couldn't bear to face Amaka and her mom and her siblings. So he went to her office to plead with her. Amaka received the receptionist call, say, Amaka, please, you have a visitor at the reception. Amaka said, I wasn't expecting anybody. So who's there? Say, his name is Tony. Tony what? She refused to see him. Tony was at the receptionist's his eyes red, his body weak and shaking. He begged the receptionist to help to beg her. Tutu came to attend to him, and he knelt down literally openly the receptionist area, begging Tutu to help her to beg that he was and he was literally in tears because he was broken with the whole thing. The carelessness of the hospital, the turmoil, everything. So Tutu pleaded with Amaka. Amaka came and Amaka just told him, I don't want to see you. Don't you ever, ever call my name or come near me in any way. I don't want ever to see you. Go away. And she turned back to go. Then their boss, the producer, came in when he heard the noise at the reception. Said, what's happening there? So the producer called them to the office, and that's where Tony explained the hospital process. But the question is, even if the hospital did not call you to tell you, that means you wouldn't have come back. That means you didn't trust me, you didn't believe me. What kind of man are you? What kind of life have we lived? You claim to love me, to cherish me, and this is how you show your love. This is how you show your trust. This is how you show your understanding. This is how you show your empathy. With all due respect, sir, I don't want to see this man again. The soberness was written all over Tony. He was literally weeping and bawling like a baby, with tears, and even to the extent that his body was vibrating and he started running. He could not even sit properly on the chair. He was begging, pleading for forgiveness, because he knew beyond doubt that he loved Amaka and Amaka loved him, and no one else would be able to do that for him. It was the confusion of the moment, the information they got from the hospital initially that he was sterile, and Amaka now coming to say she was pregnant, and he also know that she had relationship with her colleagues who is suspected to be loose ladies. All those prejudices and all those things got him confused, and he took that very wrong step, which he now regrets in entirety. Well, Amaka informed him that she won't be able to give him any answer now, that he should come to their home on Saturday and meet with the mom. By that time, she will have discussed with the mom. She will have been able to think over it all. Thus, on Saturday, Tony came with his mom, and Amaka had explained the whole scenario to her mom, and her mom understood. Her mom said, this is a bitter pill, my dear, that we have to swallow. It's a bitter, sweet pill. The sweetness is just coming out. That is, your love is being renewed, being restored, and being taken to another level. The man will now cherish you more, care for you more, because this has established the fact that you are a trustworthy, respectful lady beyond any other means of confirmation. This is a bittersweet pill that we have to swallow, my dear. Let's forgive you. Amaka took a deep breath, and her siblings too understood the scenario, and they encouraged her sister, we are with you. The angels of God are with you. It is well. So Amaka and her family forgave Tony, and some months later, Amaka gave birth to a bouncing baby boy. Their joy was full. He organized a family introduction, did the engagement, and did the wedding. It was glorious. And some months after that, Amaka gave birth to a bouncing baby boy. The bittersweet pill. The sweetness is in that beautiful baby boy. Source of joy. A symbol of trust, forgiveness, truthfulness, empathy, caring, and true love. This story teaches us that sometimes our greatest pain carries with it our greatest lessons, and that love, when genuine, can survive even the cruelest of storms. Forgiveness doesn't erase the past, it heals the heart and lights the path forward. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more inspiring stories of love, life, and redemption. Thank you for listening, and God